This is the Overdue Homework Podcast.
Welcome to the show. That's Trav. I'm Drew.
And I'm Trav.
This is the Overdue Homework Podcast, and as always, we are here to give you our opinions on 80s and 90s media. Do not forget to contact us, podcast at overduehomework.com. Trav, hit me with those socials.
Facebook, Instagram, at Overdue Homework Podcast.
It's easy peasy.
Easy
And
peasy.
YouTube, Overdue Homework Podcast.
Yep.
Easy peasy. Trav, how are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, Drew. In
Good.
all honesty, I've had a lot of back pain for like the entire week. I don't know.
That's a bummer. What'd you do?
I don't know. Doctor says I need a bacchiotomy. No, but I have no idea. I don't know if it's like a pinched nerve or
Yeah,
what,
man.
but it fucking sucks.
I bet it does, dude. Back pain, they say, there's stories of people committing suicide over back pain.
I'm not to that point. Luckily, I am not to that point. But how are you doing, Drew?
I'm doing really good. I got to watch a very unique movie. While I was doing my homework, I got recommended another movie by Eric.
Nice.
And he said, you need to watch Amazon Women on the Moon. And I'm like, okay. It's 1987.
All right.
Robert Landis, no, not Robert Landis, George Landis, very famous Landis directed it.
Yep.
Did you ever see movie 43?
Nope.
Okay, so this movie 43 is in the vein of this movie, obviously, because movie 43 probably came out in like 2009, 2010, somewhere in there, and this movie came out in 1987, and it's a whole bunch of vignettes of just little tiny skits. There's probably between 12 and 20 of them in this movie, and it's absolutely ridiculous, these comedic little scenes and stuff, and it's got some real, like, 80s powerhouses in it, and I'd never heard of this movie before. Arsenio Hall is in it. Michelle Pfeiffer makes a appearance in it.
All right.
Steve Guttenberg is in it. Oh man, I can't remember his name right now. He was in all of those, like, we love the 80s movies, African American Gentleman. He was on In Living Color.
Martin Lawrence.
No, not Martin Lawrence. David Allen Greer.
Oh, okay.
David Allen Greer's in it. It's ridiculous. The second or third little mini movie in it is basically softcore pornography. And I was like, okay, thanks, 80s. But I really enjoyed it. It's something I had never heard of, and Eric was like, you should watch this. I'll bring it into work. And the next day, there it was.
There it was.
So I watched it. Little extra homework while I was doing my homework. So extra credit, I guess, for
Nice.
myself. I would recommend it. So
sure.
if you can ever track it down or even just ask Eric
If
to
it's
borrow
got
it.
Michelle Pfeiffer, I'm interested.
Yes, Michelle Pfeiffer in her skit. She's just had a baby, and the doctor is being very cagey about where the baby is. It's very, very funny.
Nice.
That was one of my favorite ones. It was very fun. The movie opens with Arsenio Hall getting home from a hard day of work, and he opens up a beer, and he just gets soaked head to toe in beer. Like, it's just this ridiculous movie. I would highly, highly recommend it, Trav. Highly recommend it. And to you, dear YouTuber, I would recommend it to you, and to you, dear podcaster.
Yeah.
I would recommend it. If you're in for some serious 80s cheese, watch that movie. Maybe it'll make it on the podcast someday.
Maybe.
I don't know, but that one's way down the list. But I'm glad I'm a better person for having watched it. So
For
thanks,
sure.
Eric. I don't know if you're going to hear this episode, but thanks, Eric.
Oh, he's listening.
All right. In production of this podcast, I used a few articles. One was from mentalfloss.com by Sean Hutchinson, and he's contributed to our podcast before. One was from Maxim.com. Remember Maxim?
I sure do.
It's a thing still, apparently, on the interwebs.
Nice.
Did you get Maxim?
I never had a subscription, but
Oh.
I had a Maxim magazine.
Which one was it?
Eliza Dushku.
Oh,
was
I
on
had
it.
that one too.
Yeah.
I had that one too. I had a subscription to Maxim.
Nice.
I had a subscription to Maxim. And that one is by Adam K. Raymond and TVOvermind.com by Tom Foster.
Nice.
And of course, our homework review for this week is Half Baked from 1998. Apropos to nothing, because this one is coming out on 420. So we had to do a pot movie for
Had to do
420.
it.
Had to do a pot movie. So with all of that out of the way, I'm going to bid you adieu, dear YouTuber. Don't forget to listen to the whole podcast. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, all of that jazz. and just get the word out on our podcast and on these awesome little videos that I know you love to watch.
Yeah.
I know you love to watch. So
I got my most Brian-esque shirt on.
yes, you
tie-dye.
do. You do have some tie. I don't own any tie-dye. I should probably own at least one piece of tie-dye, but I own no tie-dye, so I'm wearing gray.
That doesn't work for me, Drew.
Bye-bye, dear YouTuber. Bye-bye. Back to the podcast.
Boom, boom, boom.
Our homework review, Half Baked, 1998, directed by Tamara Davis, written by Dave Chappelle and Neil Brennan. And if you have been alive in the last 30 years, you should probably know who both those people are. Produced by Robert Simmons, starring Dave Chappelle as Thurgood and Sir Smokes-a-Lot, in case you were wondering.
In case you didn't know that.
Guillermo Diaz as Scarface, Jim Brewer as Brian, Harlan Williams as Kenny. I love Harlan Williams in this movie.
Oh, yeah.
Love Harlan Williams in this. Rachel True as Mary Jane Potman.
Yeah.
What a name.
What a name.
Clarence Williams III as Samson Simpson, Laura Silverman as Jan, Tommy Chong as the Squirrel Master. It was produced by Robert Simmons Productions, distributed by Universal Pictures, released January 16th, 1998. Seems like a weird January release. This feels more like a summer movie, right?
Yeah.
But okay, January. Let's do it. Budget of $8 million, box office of $17.5 million. That is $34.9 million in 2026. Thank you, U.S. inflation calculator. That's a pretty good box office for a pop movie.
Yeah.
$34 million, almost $35 million.
Yeah.
Way to go, pop movie.
Do it.
Do it. All right, Trav, are you ready to break it down?
I think so.
Let's break it down.
Let's break it down.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Let's start off with some facts, all right?
Sure.
This script was a team effort. Half Baked was written by and starred Dave Chappelle and his writing partner Neil Brennan. 5 years later, the duo would go on to co-create Chappelle's Show for Comedy Central. Brennan does have a cameo. He is the guy on the mic at the place where Scarface works at. That is Neil Brennan.
Okay, nice.
He's the guy that, is like, I need a heifer with cheese. I'm right here, B.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
The opening scene was a serious risk for the studio, apparently. The studio originally wanted to cut the opening scene showing kids smoking marijuana. I mean, I can understand why they may want to cut that. I mean, it is a pot movie, though.
I get it, but
give me a break. They decided to keep it after audience at test screenings found it absolutely hilarious.
Obviously. And it's the perfect casting for all the kids, especially Kenny.
It is. And old James.
Never been so thirsty in my entire life.
The Kenny one, the Kenny one is like absolutely perfect. Spot on, perfect. It's a good thing that the opening sequence stayed, as it is what sold Tamara Davis, our director for this movie, on the project. She, in fact, had only read 10 pages of the Chappelle and Brennan script before accepting the directing job.
Nice.
She's like, I love this part. And then studio's like, we don't like it. She's like, that's why I wanted to do the movie.
Yeah.
Come on.
I like how it says anywhere in the U.S. mid-'80s. Like, it doesn't give a location for the kids smoking pot. It just says anywhere in the U.S. mid-'80s. and then the street name is Memory Lane.
Memory Lane.
Yeah.
Absolutely, babe. Absolutely awesome. Davis also humorously is listed as the director for Sir Smoke-a-Lot's music videos in the movie. Prior to directing this feature, she also directed Billy Madison, and then she directed more than 30 actual music videos, including Tone Loc's Wild Thing and Hanson's Mbop. So these music videos were like a real venue or a real way for some of these directors to make their way into major motion pictures.
Nice.
So that's pretty dang cool. A lot of New York is actually Toronto. I mean, I can believe it. That's what was a big thing in the 90s, was doing that, is actually shooting in Toronto. The film was shot over 40 days. 3 days of exterior shooting were actually done in New York. The two featured landmarks like Washington Square, which we see for 30 seconds. Not even.
Twin Towers make an appearance.
They do. They do.
Yeah.
I can't believe I didn't even realize that, but they definitely do. Like I said, it was only 40 days to shoot from the time the script was brought to when the film was released was only 7 months, which is an incredibly short amount of time, which is unbelievable if you really think about it. That prison exterior had very, very clean water because it's actually the R.C. Harris water treatment plant in Toronto. It's not an actual prison. The same facility played the role of Elsnore Brewery in 1983's Strange Brew. Have you ever seen Strange Brew?
Sure haven't.
We should do that one. That one's actually pretty good. It's based on a what is it, SCTV skit, so like Canada's SNL, where a lot of those Canadian people got their starts, like John Candy, and she recently died, and I can't think of her name.
Catherine O'Hara?
Catherine O'Hara got her start there. A whole bunch of people.
Nice.
SCTV is well worth getting into if you've never watched SCTV. The director, she also had a very small cameo in this movie. Whenever you see a fake dog paw manipulating stuff, that's actually her doing it.
Oh, nice.
So there's a couple of times when the dog gets stoned, and then when there's the flashback to Killer's story.
Yeah. Brother Nibbles.
I hate to disappoint you, but all the pot in the movie that was smoked was actually tobacco.
Yeah, makes sense considering there's barely any smoke whenever they do it.
Exactly. Go ahead.
And when he grabs the weed that he's gifted, it
Yes.
looks like literal weeds.
It does.
It
look
does
like
not
literally
look
weeds.
like marijuana.
No, it does not. Except there was one scene where real pot was smoked.
Huh?
The scene with Snoop Dogg.
Obviously.
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 Jon Stewart was a method actor for this role.
All right.
There's a reason why Jon Stewart seemed so high in his scenes, because he actually was high.
Nice.
So there you go, Jon Stewart.
That's how you do it.
You might as well get in the mood.
Red team go. Red team go.
You might as well get in the mood if you're going to be in a pot movie, right?
For sure.
There was a real guy on the couch. The guy on the couch was based on a friend of Chappelle's who constantly crashed on his couch while he and Brennan toiled away writing the screenplay.
Nice.
So it's a real guy. And then Stephen Wright obviously played him in the movie. Dave Chappelle and Jim Breuer starred in a sitcom together before this movie. It's not very well-known collaboration, but it was in 1995. They were both on an episode of Home Improvement, and based on that performance, which I was an avid watcher of Home Improvement growing up, and I don't remember them being
Me
on
neither.
it. It's not like I've gone back to rewatch Home Improvement.
Yeah.
But they were on an episode of Home Improvement together, and based on that, ABC signed them to their own sitcom called Buddies.
Nice.
Brewer was replaced before the show hit the airwaves, though.
Ooh.
Not that he missed out on much, because Buddies was canceled only after 5 episodes.
Okay.
See you later, Buddies.
See you later, buddies.
Not everyone loves the movie. Can you believe it? Can you believe that?
This movie?
Not everybody
What?
loves the movie.
That's a thing?
Guess who doesn't like it? Dave Chappelle.
No way.
Dave Chappelle doesn't. They dictated too many terms to the movie. To quote him, in the end, it didn't end up the way I'd hoped, or Dave had hoped. This is actually Brennan speaking.
Okay.
He stated that the version that he helped write was a lot funnier than what came out. This movie, he says, is more like a weed movie for kids, which I can understand. I mean, 1998, I was 14 when this movie came out, so
I was a niner.
I was a child. I was a child, and I loved it even then.
Yep.
You know how Chappelle says in the movie, how Thurgood says that his grandfather was in the Tuskegee experiments?
Yeah.
Dave Chappelle's grandfather was actually in the Tuskegee experiments. Do you know what the Tuskegee experiments are?
I do not.
The government gave African-American military members syphilis to see what would happen.
What?
Yes.
What the hell?
Yeah, so there you go. So that's a joke that makes people go, "Oh, that's hilarious." His grandfather was subject to experiments, and then you actually learn that it was forcibly injecting syphilis into unknowing people. That's a bad deal.
That's a bad deal.
That's a bad deal.
Very bad deal.
The movie had a much darker ending.
Okay.
A much darker ending. So, you know, in our ending that we see, Thurgood chooses Mary Jane over Mary Jane.
Yeah.
Tosses the joint over, and they walk off into the sunset on the Brooklyn Bridge. In the real ending that they did film, and you can watch it if you own the DVD, it's in the bonus features. They walk off like that. Thurgood tosses the joint. Him and Mary Jane walk off, and then when you see them in the distance, they get into an argument. And Thurgood like throws his arms down and goes running back and dives off the bridge to go get the joint.
Oh my God.
That's pretty funny stuff.
That's pretty good.
It's pretty good. It's if you do watch it, it's a terrible, terrible, very grainy footage because obviously it was left on the cutting room floor, so it
Sure.
hasn't been remastered or anything like that. But it's worth a watch. It's
Yeah.
where it's pretty funny. So everything is the exact same. The movie cuts in the real cut where they're walking off into the sunset.
Sure.
It's just like 30 seconds more of thing. All right, Trav. With all of that out of the way, should we get over to the movie?
Let's do it.
All right, the genesis of our crew, a.k.a. the opening. It's the mid-'80s, and we are literally on memory lane, like you said. Old James, he didn't even know a guy named Old James.
He gone.
I love Old James. That's hilarious. What a non sequitur to just put in the beginning of the movie.
Yeah.
It does give us a tone setter almost that this movie's going to be wacky and wild.
Yep,
It's
for
gonna be
sure.
Wacky and wild.
Weed affects the memory.
Those boys, they get sent to the moon.
Oh, yeah.
That giant Abba Zaba, the best thing ever.
The best
I
thing
love
ever.
that giant.
Abba Zaba a real thing?
Yeah, it is.
Because I've never seen it at a candy store before. But
It is vanilla toffee with a peanut butter center.
sure.
Sounds like a stoner's dream.
Yeah, it seems like a ridiculous Laffy Taffy when he's trying to eat it in the movie and it stretches like 3 times its length.
I believe you can get Abba Zaba. I don't know why you wouldn't be able to. I think I've even seen it there at the big yellow barn on
yeah,
169.
that would be the place.
Yeah, so if you ever want to try an Abba Zaba, I'm not a peanut butter guy. So,
Same.
No, it's right. You made you throw up one time. So don't try Abba Zaba.
I
It's gonna
shouldn't
make
try
you
it. No.
Kenny in the Big Gulp, love it. It just comes flying out of there. I love Kenny in the Big Gulp. It's very, very
yeah.
funny. I love that so much. And that day, they met the 5th member of their crew.
Marijuana.
They all lived together in NYC, all because they smoked pot together when they were tweens.
We got super duper high. We got tore up. I love that.
I love the bit where where Dave talks about where you actually find weed in New York City.
Yeah.
The bodegas.
Bodegas.
Say it with me, kids. Bodegas. And the whole thing, how they don't recognize
I
you.
have no idea what you're talking about.
He has to moon them. Oh, black
Black
ass!
ass, you should have mooned us sooner. It's kind of degrading.
The Rastas bit, which was actually shot in New York City.
Nice.
We learned that earlier. It's pretty funny. I love the comment that it's not actually weed most of the time.
Yeah.
What's it going to be
Not
then?
making that mistake again.
And then, of course, there's the delivery from Samson Simpsons Incorporated,
Yeah.
right? So we remember that name. That's our introduction to Samson. They do take a point, and they want us to understand as viewers that there is a ritual to smoking marijuana,
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
It's a big thing about smoking pot is the actual ritual of it, right? For them, it's as much about getting high as it is connecting with their friends, which
Yep.
is the whole idea of being in the circle and all that stuff. They break out Billy Bong Thornton,
which I love, but it's a
Yes.
hookah.
It is a hookah.
It
It's
is not a bong.
It is a hookah. Which smoking... Have you ever smoked a hookah? You've never smoked a hookah, have you? Like hashish out of a hookah?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah. I don't see how anything besides that would really work in a hookah.
Yeah, it does, though.
It does?
Yeah, my
It does.
buddy used to have one that was like a mushroom, and the top of the mushroom filled up with smoke. And it just had like a normal bong slide on the top.
Interesting.
And it had the 4 hoses.
Interesting.
So if you had 2 of us, you plug the one hose
Yep.
and double hose it. But
Double hose it.
that was one of the most high times I've ever had is smoking out of that hookah. And we got so fucked up. I'm pretty sure I barfed, which makes you even more high, like if you throw up or
Yes,
cough
yes.
extremely. We went to DQ after that, and I got a 5-strip basket, and I immediately opened it up and only saw 3 and got pissed. And I said, I ordered a 5. The guy takes it from me and lifts up the piece of Texas toast and goes, there is 5. I felt like a big stoner idiot in that moment, for sure. But it happens, you know?
Like I said, it's the ritual of it all, and in their ritual, it includes taking your shoes off.
Yeah.
which
Damn,
is-
Brian, put your shoes back on.
Brian has got to do his sock laundry.
But he's got sandals
He
on.
does
so
have
what the
sandals
hell
on.
difference does it make?
It doesn't make much difference. If anything, those Birkenstocks probably smelled worse than his socks.
Probably. And is sock laundry a thing?
Do
you wash your socks separately?
No.
Do you let them pile up to the point of no return where you're re-wearing the same pairs over and over?
No, but Thurgood does say later that he needs to do his shirt laundry. So, I mean, it is a little bit of a running gag.
I guess, yeah.
There should have been a third one, rules of 3 and all
Yeah.
in movies, but there was not a There was not a third one. So, the reason we have a movie, a.k.a. Kenny Kills a Cop. Well,
Yep.
a horse cop.
A horse cop.
The list of snacks is epic.
It's epic.
Do you have the list of snacks in front of you?
I do not. I was going to write it down, but I'm like, I mean, anybody who's seen this movie knows this part. I mean, it's one of the most epic parts of Brian just going on and on and on. And my favorite is when he's done,
Yep.
Kenny's response is, "That's it?"
That's it.
The way he says it so nonchalant, "That's it?" Like,
And Kenny gets it all.
he gets it all.
He gets absolutely all of it.
But certainly no way he does it in 10 minutes. Right?
No.
Because he says, if I'm not back in 10 minutes, call the police.
Right.
And they say, I'm going to call Domino's. but in all seriousness, where the hell could he go and be back in less than 10 minutes that includes those snacks and 2 large pizzas with everything on them?
The only way that I can even justify it is the fact that it's supposed to be New York City.
True.
And
true.
there could be a C-store in the main level of their building.
That's true. I didn't think about the C-store could have the pizzas.
It could have the pizzas, but there could also just be a pizza joint next door.
True.
That's everywhere in New York City. But still, 10 minutes is far too short of a time.
Minutes.
Far too short of a time. Not only does Kenny get all those snacks, but he decides to randomly feed it all to a horse.
Yeah.
Sure.
Hey, girl, you hungry? Fuck you. I was talking to the horse.
You like popcorn, don't you? It makes your teeth go pop, 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 pop.
Pop, 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 pop.
But bad news for Kenny. That horse is a diabetic.
Yeah.
That's bad news.
That's bad news.
Breathe, Buttercup, breathe. Why?
Butter stuff. Buttercup, butternut.
You're under
Cop.
You're under arrest. You're a cop killer. I love horses. I love buttered stuff.
Buttered stuff. Buttercup. Cop.
And then the cop just goes, Buttercup, and he's butternuts. It's the whole reason we have a movie. It's one of the funniest parts of said movie.
Yeah.
And it's so, like, random and weird. Like, why would he feed the horse all of that food?
And some chips and some candy and some pink popcorn and some Funyuns. Just like, what? You're horrible at munchie duty. You're going to come back with nothing.
Which I'll say was 1998, so that all that food was still probably about like $25.
Probably.
But still.
But
still.
that's never been a thing in my life ever. You have the munchies ahead of time.
It's
I mean,
true.
Sure, you might go get a item, but it's not like part of the ritual.
No.
Like, we're all sober, let's sit down,
You get
let's
it
get
ready.
fucked up. And then somebody is the guinea pig to
Yep.
go buy munchies for everybody? No.
That's
No.
not what you want to do
That does
after
not
you've just
happen.
had a session.
Yeah.
That is not what you
Fuck
want
no.
to do. You have Domino's on the way.
Yeah,
You have
exactly.
Jimmy John's on the way.
You've already bought the Funyuns.
Yes.
You have a backup bag
Yes.
in the cupboard.
You have your cupboard stocked and ready to go for these occasions.
Yeah.
Let's talk for a second about the guy on the couch. Obviously, that's Stephen Wright, world famous comedian. He's
Yep.
been around forever and ever and ever. He must work nights.
You must work nights. Yeah.
I mean,
Because
I
he
don't
is
know.
passed the fuck out every day.
He does wake up towards the end of the movie and wants to know what day it is, and
Yeah.
he's like, "It's August." Oh boy, the guy on the couch is a plot device at its best.
For sure.
It's funny because it's Stephen Wright. I mean,
Yeah.
working in a comedian like that. Dave Chappelle obviously spent a lot of time doing stand-up, knowing all these, getting to meet all these people, especially if you're doing stand-up in the New York scene. All those people are there. The Chicago scene, all those people are there. You know, I mean, so why not throw these people a bone? I know Stephen Wright. Let's get him in the movie.
Yeah.
You know, I know Jon Stewart. Let's get him in the movie. So it makes sense that he's in there. Thurgood's janitor job at the lab. He hates it.
He hates it.
He absolutely hates it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, but it's a means to an end for
Yeah.
him.
He's a master of the custodial arts.
I do enjoy how Thurgood calls the
the scientist, because the scientist calls him janitor.
Yeah.
It's a very funny jab. It's a very funny, very witty for Dave Chappelle to have, or I suppose Neil Brennan could have written that into the script, but it seems like a Chappelle thing,
Yeah,
does it
for
not?
sure.
It seems like a Chappelle thing. And bam, Thurgood gets his hookup from said scientist.
Yep.
Just hands him a note that says 1 pound of marijuana on
Yeah.
it. And there's no controls, no nothing. The woman that is at the supply area is like, sure, I'll give this pound of pot to the janitor.
To the janitor,
Why not?
who was acting very weird once I gave it to him.
He's literally jizzing in his pants.
He's jizzing in his pants.
He's
Yeah.
literally jizzing in his pants over pot. I mean, I don't blame him. That's a lot of pot.
It's a lot of pot, but still.
And as payment, like you said, the scientist gives him handfuls of pot.
Yeah.
Handfuls of
Sure.
pot. I love how Thurgood is reaching in and pulling
Adding
out
more, yeah.
licking his fingers afterwards. Oh, man. Finally, they get that. Thurgood gets that pot home, and it's time to smoke that medical marijuana.
Yeah.
The mythos behind medical marijuana in the early 2000s and the late 90s was epic, right?
Yeah.
Everybody was always like, oh, this stuff is medical, man. This stuff is medical.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's that big of a difference between medical and which, but still, the mythos of medical marijuana is pretty intense.
I love that he says, I got some weed from work today. You guys want to smoke? Nah, man, I don't feel like smoking. And they sit there for about 30 seconds of silence. So y'all want to smoke? Yeah, I'll get Billy Bong Thornton. You can't do that without Kenny.
Get Wesley Pipes,
Wesley
man.
Pipes.
Get Wesley Pipes,
I love
man.
Wesley Pipes.
This whole sequence is absolutely wonderful. It's hilarious. It's goofy. They're literally floating.
Yeah.
Like literally floating. And it is presented to us as a real thing that is happening.
Yeah.
Which is later reinforced. They fly out the window. You guys want to go outside? Yeah. It's just presented as it's a real thing that is actually happening. They're flying through New York City. They go check on Kenny. We get to see Kenny. You're not a fish. You're a man. You're a man. And then he does the quick little fish lips thing.
Yeah.
What was that? What was that? You're not a fish. Oh, but finally we get to the plan to save Kenny. I want to say Kennedy every time for some reason. The plan to save Kenny. Mr. Nice Guy is born after much deliberation. Originally, Thurgood does not want to steal the weed to sell it.
No.
So they got to think and figure something out. They are 3 reasonably intelligent guys, right?
Yeah.
But it boils down to what other choice do they have?
Yeah.
So they're all wearing, once they, they cut to another scene where they're in the apartment in different clothing. Are we supposed to believe that this deliberation has taken place over a period of a day? Has it been just a few hours? Has it been a few days? What do you think?
Probably a day.
A day.
They
So
got the
they're
different
the
clothes,
different
so probably
clothes.
a day.
They're back sitting down there, and so they decide that they need to sell drugs because this is a stoner movie.
Yeah. And they have to come up with 10% of $1 million, which by our calculations is fucking impossible, man.
They aren't drug dealers.
No.
They're fundraisers, right?
Yeah.
So they're going to steal the forms and forge them. Highly illegal, but is very easy to do.
Apparently.
They buy bikes to give out free samples, which is hilarious. Why does Thurgood buy a bicycle built for 2? Because it looks hilarious on screen.
Pretty much.
And then they go to the club to give out free samples. I do love the song in the club, the I'm in love with Mary Jane, which is a cover of a Rick James song, which is better. And Rick James was a fan of Mary Jane.
Obviously.
And cocaine.
It's a big-time character in Chappelle Show.
Yes. Rick James is also a fan of cocaine and crack cocaine, probably other drugs. And also
candy.
And also capturing and torturing a woman for a week, which he went to jail for.
That ain't good.
That ain't good, Rick James. But you know what they say? Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Yeah. yeah.
That club is weird, right?
Definitely.
It seems very dead.
Yeah.
It seems like a set, which it obviously is.
Right, yeah.
It's a weird, like, if you look at that scene too much and it's like pay attention to it too much, it's really just took me out of the movie. Like, immediately, I'm like, this is a weird club scene.
Yeah.
And who really gives out that much pot? I mean, they got it for free. But who's giving it out like that?
Right.
Nobody.
Nobody.
Nobody's giving
Ever.
it out.
I would never trust somebody
Nobody
giving out
giving
all
it.
this free pot. No way.
Everybody gets lifted, and Mr. Nice Guy is a hit. They're making $20K a week already.
Yeah.
They had to go full time. Scarface buys Killer, which is
Yep.
a waste of money, according to Thurgood.
Yep.
Brian buys Jerry Garcia in a pouch.
Which right now seems like a way bigger waste of money, but it will come into play later in the movie.
But it wasn't from Jerry Garcia's brother. It was from the actor Andy Garcia's brother,
Yeah.
which is hilarious.
Yeah.
That is such a well-written line. It is
Definitely.
no, it's from Andy Garcia's brother. For $400, a bag of sand. Very, very. They shouldn't be spending. They should be saving, obviously. They get the Sir Smokes-a-Lot endorsement, which is a big deal.
Yeah.
It's a big deal. Got to get Sir Smokes-a-Lot.
Hilarious.
His endorsement, yeah. And that pisses off Samson. Of course it does.
Obviously.
I mean, he's the guy that's running the weed business and a little bit more than that in New
Yeah.
York City. How about Killer getting high? Don't do that to your pet.
Don't do that to your pet.
That's very mean to your pet. They can't consent to doing drugs, so
Yep.
don't do that to your pet. Even though most people have done that to their pet. Don't do that to your pet, though.
Yep.
Don't. It's still funny. Killer totally chills out, goes to under the sink to get the dog food.
Yep.
You see that fake paw, which reminded me of Triumph, the insult comic dog, big time,
Definitely.
which is very funny. And Killer just flies on out that window.
Yeah.
So this is where it is like that weed literally makes you fly.
Yeah.
Because we watched them watch Killer fly out the window.
Right.
So it's
This
a real
weed is amazing.
weed gives you wings. That's for sure.
Yep.
Sir Smokes-a-Lot. I want to talk to Samson. Kind of rocks.
Yeah, obviously.
I kind of
It's
like
so
that song.
good.
I kind
The
of like that.
video's hilarious.
Punching those
Everything
guys.
is weed. Yeah. Punching the guys. It's got weed lampshades, weed clothes, weed walls.
I love seeing Chappelle channeling his inner Eddie Murphy and playing multiple characters
Yeah.
in this movie. It's very Chappelle Show-esque, which is you kind of see like the basis of the formula of Chappelle Show in this movie. And Sir Smokes-a-Lot is hilarious.
Yeah, obviously.
Is absolutely hilarious.
Fly me to the moon.
Absolutely hilarious. Sir Smokes-a-Lot should get his own spin-off
He's
movie.
got the 4 gold teeth
Yep.
in the front that have weed etched into them.
I just love when he punches those dudes at the end
Yeah.
of the music video
Love
for
it.
no reason
No reason.
whatsoever. I absolutely love that. You want to go to prison with Kenny?
I don't personally, but yeah, let's get to that.
Let's get that. Good night, fish. That's very funny. Very funny. And then when the boys visit him and they ask Kenny to show them his mean face,
Yeah.
and they all laugh.
Yeah. Yep.
They all
Thurgood's
laugh.
the only one that tries not to. The other two can't help it.
It is not good. It is not good.
It's not good.
Kenny, how long can you make it in jail?
5, 6:30.
That is one of the many lines of this movie that makes me laugh every time.
Every time.
His delivery of it, Harlan Williams' delivery of that line is unbelievable.
So good.
It's so good. Did you know Harlan Williams created and starred in a kids show
I did not.
called The Puppy Dog Pals?
That's awesome.
Yes, it's 2 pugs that go on crazy adventures, and he is their owner, Bob.
Nice.
It's well worth the watch if you ever are around children and want to watch a show.
Sounds good.
It's well worth the watch. It's very Harlan Williams, subtly very Harlan Williams while you watch that show. Kenny is not made for prison. No, he is not made for prison. Thank God for the Squirrel Master.
Yeah.
Not thank God for Nasty Nate.
No. 666, mark of the beast.
Oh, give me that fruit cup. And he's like, if I have give it to you today, I'm gonna have to give it to you every day.
And I won't get all my vitamins.
Back off, Nasty Nate. That's my bitch. If anyone's gonna stab him, it's gonna be me. Thanks,
I'm
Squirrel.
somebody's bitch.
Somebody's bitch. You hear that? I'm somebody's bitch. That second visitation, Kenny has changed his tone a little bit.
Yes, he has.
He's all for the weed selling.
Yep.
Because,
Good.
before...
Go.
What are you waiting for?
Weed. Good. Great.
Harlan Williams, secret star of this movie. He's got so little screen time compared to the other actors, but
He makes every minute on screen count.
Definitely.
Harlan Williams, maybe it's just because he's got some of the weirdest humor out there. Maybe that's why he hasn't been crazily huge, successful on a massive worldwide scale. But he is funny enough to be that big of a celebrity. He just isn't, which is unfortunate because I love me some Harlan Williams.
For sure.
It's the weirdest stand-up. Have you watched this stand-up? It's some of the weirdest stuff you're ever going to see. Go out and find some Harlan Williams stand-up.
Sure.
Do it. I would be remiss if we don't talk about the shower scene.
Yeah.
There's tons of man butt in there.
There is.
Tons of man butt. And again, squirrels.
Dun, dun, dun.
Squirrel master to the rescue. He drops that soap. What are you doing, Kenny?
What are you doing?
What are you doing? Is this thing all by myself?
Do you think that was his natural, beautiful voice?
Yes, I do. I definitely do. Kenny's butthole was in constant jeopardy.
Constant jeopardy. But we were making money.
Yes.
That's such a funny transition. But we were making money.
Kenny does get the bad news that the Squirrel Master is going to be released in 11 days.
Yikes.
So the movie has a deadline now.
Yep.
They can't just be stoners and leave Kenny in jail and forget about him.
Nope. No more pearl necklaces.
Obviously, you missed the point of that story. Finally, we have a deadline and that calendar with Nasty Nate.
Yep.
What a weird thing to put in this movie.
Yeah.
It's just like, let's put this in the movie. We're going to let Harlan Williams just ad-lib and be weird.
Yep.
And he did. And it was funny.
It was funny, for sure.
Naughty jungle of love. So a big part of this movie is going through the different types of stoners.
Yeah.
One of the most famous sequences is those exaggerated archetypes like the Enhancer, Jon Stewart on weed, which arguably the most famous line from this movie. Have you ever seen a $20 bill? On weed.
It's the only way to see it, man.
What's that guy doing in the bushes? SEAL team go.
Red team go. Red team go.
Red team
What's
go.
he doing? I don't know.
The Scavenger, got to get that A+ top-notch cameo in there with Snoop Dogg.
100%. The best cameo, for sure.
Yes.
Just comes out of the woodworks and starts just... just like 20 puffs out of this joint. And then Brian tries to get it back. He's like, damn, I haven't even hit this shit yet.
I haven't hit this
And
motherfucker
he
yet.
blows it out and then takes another 9 rips off that thing. Like, I just love it because Snoop is probably got to be like the least mooch weed smoker of all time.
Yeah.
But he is the biggest mooch in this movie
Yes.
ever. Like, there's no puff pass with a joint. That's only with blunts. So you don't do that with a joint. But he just sucks that whole thing down.
Hands him back that rezzed up roach.
Yeah,
It's nothing left.
You know we sell this. That's a shame.
That's a shame.
I just quit smoking yesterday. I love that so much.
And like I said, that was actual weed that he was smoking. There is a story that after that scene was shot, like all the security on set surrounded Snoop Dogg, and our director thought like, oh shit, they're going to arrest Snoop Dogg. That wasn't the case. They just wanted his autograph.
Nice.
They
That's
just
awesome.
wanted his autograph. The You Should Have Been There smoker, the second biggest cameo in the movie, Willie Nelson, right?
Yep.
Willie Nelson did not use condoms.
Yeah, he did not.
Did not
I
use
remember
condoms.
when the dime bag used to cost a dime.
You dig?
$60.
That's a deal nowadays. He did not use condoms. That is a fact. The after school special, the I'm 40 but I'm still cool smoker,
Yep.
going through all it. And Nana, don't forget about Nana. And it's good for the arthritis too.
Yep.
Good job, Nana. Good job. And then the I'm only creative if I smoker. Good to see Janine Garofalo in a movie. I'm a fan of Janine Garofalo. I've always loved her and stuff. Definitely.
Her poetry is hilarious.
Would you like to hear some of my poetry?
Not really. Frightening, but hilarious.
And then Stephen Baldwin is the MacGyver smoker. We just talked about Stephen Baldwin a couple of episodes ago. Give me an avocado, an ice pick, and my snorkel. Not a snorkel, my snorkel.
My snorkel. I made bombs with less, bro. Let's go.
And then finally, you've got straight up potheads. And
Yeah.
even though Thurgood denies it, they are all potheads, even Killer.
Yeah, even Killer.
I love the stamp, the clong, clong, clong
Yeah.
on every one of them. I love that. And we already talked about it a little bit, but those legendary cameos really kind of make this movie like what it is and that cultural icon that this movie has kind of turned into, even though it wasn't huge at the time. Especially Bob Saget's role in this.
Oh, yeah.
Because this is 1998.
Yeah.
Full House went off the air in like 96.
Yeah.
Like it was not that far
And
removed.
he was probably still doing America's Funniest Home Videos.
I don't know. I don't know if he was still doing America's Funniest Home Videos at that time. I feel like it may have been done by then, or
Even if it was done, he's fresh off two very family-friendly situations
Very
to come into.
family-friendly
I used
situations.
to suck dick for coke. You ever suck dick for marijuana?
Boo this man!
I seen him. That's the best part too. No, I can't say I have.
That was such a shocking line for so many reasons. A, it's like very aggressive even for this movie.
Yeah.
You know? And B, it's coming out of Bob Saget's mouth,
Yeah.
which he was America's dad for a number of years.
Yeah.
And that's how most people viewed him. His stand-up comedy is very blue. I don't know if you've ever had. It's very blue. Check it out. It's very funny. R.I.P. Bob Saget, unfortunately. So
did we touch? So the last weed smoker they show though is Dave Chappelle's alter ego, but I forget what his name is in the
Sir Smokes a Lot.
Sir Smokes a Lot.
Yep.
And that's the funniest one.
Yeah,
for
definitely.
sure. When he brings him a pound of
Yeah,
his
yeah.
Swedish Chiba. He's naming all the things after they smoke. He told me about his lawyer. He had sex with my mama. Why? And his bad back. Doctor said I need a backiotomy.
Said I need a backiotomy.
That's got to be one of the best lines in the movie.
Definitely.
And then his love life. I'm impotent, man. Get away from me, bitch. Pushes her. I love those so much.
Well, we should take the time to talk about Thurgood and Mary Jane for sure, right?
Oh, yeah.
And I mean the woman, not pot.
Jane, do I look like someone that smokes marijuana? The way he says that is so fucking funny.
He meets her in prison.
Yeah.
Is that a good place to meet women?
Certainly not,
It works.
but it works in this movie.
Mary Jane should probably know that Thurgood smokes pot 30 seconds after he meets him, because they go and meet Brian and Scarface,
Yeah.
and she's an idiot.
Yeah.
She's kind of dumb.
Toke up before work.
And she's like, what?
Yeah.
I mean,
Come on. Her dad was a dealer,
Her dad
and
was
she's
a
been
dealer.
dealing with it her whole life, and she's got a sober brain in this situation.
yep.
Come on.
Come on,
She
Mary
knows.
Jane. Come on, Mary Jane. Thurgood does give her his number, and she does end up calling him after
She
a
does.
one-off ride. The 90s were wild.
Yeah.
That's how you met people.
Yep,
Not
that
on the
is.
interwebs.
Nope.
They were made for each other, kind of.
Kind of.
The date that they have is straight out of Chappelle's show. You know, he's broke. Nobody has any money. He's got $8, right?
Love it.
$8. It's even shot the same as a Chappelle show skit. Like
Yeah.
this could have been lifted and put into Chappelle's show.
Yeah, definitely.
I love when he steals from the homeless guy.
Yeah.
Hilarious. Don't mind if I do, brother.
Goes, like, what was his plan if that guy wasn't sitting there?
I don't know.
25 cents he was going into the ice cream
I
shop with.
don't know.
But then for $3.43 or less, they got a banana split to
Yeah.
share.
$8. $8 for food and a cab and 3 stolen bucks.
Yep.
And he gets all of that stuff. That's like that banana split alone would be like $25
Yeah.
in New York City.
Seriously.
It's unbelievable.
You want to go eat at the Happy Palace? How about hot dog?
Oh, I'll take a hot dog.
I'll take a hot dog
I hate how she says
with
it.
ketchup
Hot
and
dog?
sauerkraut. Like, what? Sauerkraut's 50 cents extra. Ugh. And then tries to get her out of there. Anything to drink? Yeah, I'll take a Pepsi. God damn. I love that. His inner monologue. God damn.
Well, they be banging on the reg, so
Oh,
that's
yeah.
good for them. Great job. She's his new Mary Jane.
Yep.
Switched one Mary Jane for the other.
I got some booty.
He's
I
not
got
even
some
thinking
booty.
about weed anymore.
No.
Not at all. And obviously, Thurgood gets busted by the avid non-smoker.
Yeah.
That was the other person that was part of the smoker, and he will do whatever it takes to get Mary Jane back.
Mhm.
Like going to AA. And he gets made fun for it. Boo this man.
Boo this
He gets
man.
made fun. But it works out for him.
Yeah, for sure.
It works out for him. You want to talk about Samson Simpson?
Samson.
And his intimidation scenes. So when the crew meets drug dealers, Samson Simpson, played by Clarence Williams III, the tone of this movie shifts hard. It's like a hard right turn, right? It becomes a very serious, almost Shakespearean in his delivery type of tone with the movie. Those chicks mean business.
Definitely.
Damn, B, I've been set up.
I've been set up.
Killer is dead. They killed Killer B.
They killed Killer B. Damn, watch out! You stepped on his head, man.
Hilarious. He's like,
Hilarious.
oh, I didn't even see it.
I didn't even see it. Like, what are you talking about, dude?
Then they just bury him underneath a tree.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Terrible.
Terribly.
Absolutely terrible. But I
Oh,
love
God.
when he's out there describing what must have happened when Scarface is saying, they came for me, man. They had nunchucks, bolos. They be doing Indian burns. Oh, my God. It's so fucking funny.
Oh.
Killer got the wrath, B. The wrath of the nunchucks.
And then for some reason or another, Scarface told Samson that Mr. Nice Guy was Jamaican because he always thought that he was Jamaican.
Yeah. And they think maybe the guy did it. So they go ask him.
He's
And he
like,
just
no,
no,
waves him off.
I believe him, man.
I believe him.
I don't know what it is, man, but I believe
I
him.
believe him, yo. And then Brian volunteers to pretend to be Jamaican.
Yeah.
I could be Jamaican, man.
That gets quite the look, even from Scarface.
You done smoked yourself R-worded.
R-word, yeah. I never thought I would say this to anybody, but you guys smoke entirely too much marijuana.
So then they go back to Samson, and why did they put on this dog and pony show?
Dumb.
Why did they do it? It was just so Dave could do his Jamaican impersonation, which is
obviously.
hilarious.
Yeah, obviously.
Absolutely love it.
Right near the beach. Oh,
And to introduce that crossbow.
yeah,
Which is fun.
obviously.
Got to introduce the crossbow. Turns out they got to pay $20,000 a week
Yeah,
because they're making $40,000 to $50,000 a week, and even they are surprised by that number.
right.
They're like, whoa, really? Wouldn't they have 10% of $1 million is $100,000, correct?
Correct.
So they would have had the money already.
They should have. Well, yeah, they should have.
$40,000 to $50,000 a week, unless all of this takes place in like a week.
Right.
It's possible.
It's possible, but not
They
so
should have had the
likely.
money. $20,000 a week, or they're dead. So, what did actually happen to Killer? Brad Guy, he's got the answer. You got to understand what Killer was. Born to a three-legged bitch of a mother. Hilarious.
Hilarious.
His story is absolutely the best. Only that story could only come from the mind of a stoner.
Yeah, for sure.
It's so weird. It's so out there. It's hilarious. We get more of the fake pod doing stuff. He's
Yeah.
got to fight his brother. Ridiculous.
And after
ridiculous,
Scarface says the
ridiculous.
wrath of the nunchucks, yo, then Brian says, I think it's more complex than that. Thurgood's like, more complex than that? But it was. He had quite the story.
He did. And then
Him and his brother Nibbles.
and then even after all that whole story, even Brian takes a second, reflects on it, and goes, wow.
Wow.
Like, even like,
Well, like he just learned the story himself.
he
Like,
just blew his own mind.
Yeah.
He blew his own mind.
I straight up want to name the next boy dog I get Nibbles.
You should.
That's such a funny name.
You should. If you get two, you
Nibbles.
can name one Killer and one Nibbles.
Nibbles.
And they have to be brothers.
Yeah.
And they have to be Rottweilers.
And I'm going to have to fight them. There's just no other option. No, I would never do that.
Well, let's talk about the heist. The heist, the worst heist in
Worst heist ever.
ever. The guy on the couch comes up with the plan after he takes a 30-minute pee,
Yep.
a la Austin Powers, which these movies came out the same year, right? 98?
Really damn close
Really
if it's not
damn
the same.
close.
For some reason, I was thinking 97 for
Yeah,
Austin Powers, but it was probably 98.
It could have been 97. They're going to rob the lab because duh. What
Duh.
else? What else are they going to do? It's the most ridiculous heist
Yeah.
ever, period. Only the stoners could have come up with such a poor plan.
Yeah.
Ain't no doubt. Did you get the Dead Kennedys reference with Scarface's makeup?
Oh, no, I didn't.
So that's from a movie called The Dead Kennedys, which is a heist movie because, you know, you're stealing money. I've never seen the movie. I just remember the VHS copy on the shelf at the tape store at
Sure.
like Blockbuster, which is the actor, the main actor. I don't know who it was, in the same face makeup, looking up, holding onto a gun. I never knew what that movie's about. I've never seen it. I just knew that they rob and get some money in it.
Nice.
So that's the Dead Kennedys reference. That's
I love
for
it
sure.
when they come out, he acts like a mime. and tries to mime his way out of the situation.
They instantly set off the alarm.
Yeah.
I said the door would be unlocked, not that the alarm would be off.
Right.
So they run away, right?
Yeah.
No, they continue on with the
You
heist.
gotta keep going.
Continue on with the heist. Even the security guards are like, no, don't call the police. I want to see where this is going.
Right.
This
yeah.
is hilarious. I just want to watch what happens. They get to the weed room, and Thurgood jizzes in his pants again.
Yep.
For the second time, because he just can't believe it.
Can't believe it.
Just can't believe it. They end up getting out of there thinking that they're going to be scot-free, only to face down barrels of guns and Scarface. At least Brian got away, man. No? Brian falls out of the sky. Oh, my nads, man. For me, Brian falling from the top of the frame out of nowhere is the single funniest moment of this movie.
Yeah.
It made me gut laugh every time I saw it, just because you just hear it. It just falls out of the top of the screen. He never made it up that ladder.
No.
He never made it up that ladder.
I'm always dying a little bit before that because of Scarface saying, I think I'm going to make a run for it, B. Like, what are you talking about? A run for it with 20 guns pointed at you.
Thurgood, just get down. Just get down. Hilarious. Oh, I love that part of this movie. That is the fact. That is the fact. So of course this leads to the pressure being put on our boys to basically bring down Samson Simpson.
Yep.
It's either you guys go to jail and join Kenny, or you bring down Samson.
Which is their suggestion.
Their suggestion.
Like, they make the cops detect. He says, you're detectives. How about you detect?
Thurgood's going to wear a wire, and those detectives get absolutely ripped in that car.
Totally ripped.
Totally ripped in that car. And the younger of the two, he's like licking his lips.
Yeah.
He's like, oh yeah, let's do this.
Let's do it.
Let's do this. I love the catchphrase, not the catchphrase, the safe word, abracadabra.
Abracadabra. Abracadabra, man.
Oh,
That's the best.
The whole plan hinges on them getting Samson to say specific names of drugs.
But he avoids it at all costs.
Do you know where we can get some cocaine? You want some candy? No. It'd be great if we could get some cocaine. Things go south from there very, very quickly. Hey, fellas, let's beat these bitches. Absolutely hilarious. While there was no need for the titty, it was funny.
It was funny. Fully, man.
The Batman theme from the 60s Batman couldn't have been more appropriate for this scene, because it just adds that.
With the numb.
Yeah, it adds that extra layer of cheese to the scene, because this is absolutely preposterous. Three stoners are fighting a gaggle of highly armed bodyguard femme fatales.
Yes.
This is absolutely ridiculous. They should have had this Bubbles with pow and zap.
Yeah,
they should have had
they
that.
should have.
I don't know why they didn't, but they should have had it. The piranha death especially.
Love it.
Oh my God.
So funny, dude.
The piranha death.
Love it. It's so fucking funny.
This kills her instantly.
Instantly
Throws a piranha. Oh my God. Throwing
Jerry,
a piranha.
we really need you, man.
That crossbow did come back for a second.
Yeah.
But turns out Samson can walk. So if you're going to introduce a crossbow and then bring it back, that motherfucker needs to shoot an arrow at something.
Shoot
an arrow. He doesn't. He just puts it down. Not to be used. And Jerry Garcia saves the day.
Yep.
Because why not?
Why not?
Why not? Why not? The first time I saw this movie, did not see that coming.
No.
It's absolutely ridiculous.
Right.
And just adds a whole nother layer to the whole, like, this weed makes really weird stuff happen in reality.
Yeah.
It makes total sense for this movie, but it's still a real oddity. I mean, Jerry Garcia takes out Samson with a guitar.
Yep.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
So that was money well spent.
Money well spent.
That was money well spent.
$400 to save your ass. And to close out the movie, Kenny is free. Thurgood chooses Mary Jane, the woman, and roll credits. Oh, and the talking joint. Don't forget about the talking joint.
That's pretty
is
damn
hilarious.
funny. She's licking.
For old time's sake. I can't do it.
And so they did not come up with the $100,000, right? But they did what they needed to get Samson. So they
got Kenny out.
Yeah.
Or they decided that it was ridiculous that Kenny was in jail for feeding food to a horse.
Right. Yeah.
One or the other. Well, let's go through some lines. Some of my favorite lines. I'm Cuban B. I'm Cuban B.
I'm Cuban B.
Yes, you are Cuban B. That's when Scarface gets called Mexican by Samson. And then the whole, have you ever seen the back of a $20 bill on weed? We already mentioned that one. I love that line. I don't do drugs, just weed.
Just weed.
They're good. That's really great.
That's what I had written down.
Abba Zabba, you're my only friend.
Love it.
Love that one too. What, did you go to weed college? Damn! Dave Chappelle, man. Dave Chappelle. Oh, and then the whole thing too, when he goes out and gets the munchies and Thurgood says, get me a box of condoms and what's that stuff called? Oh yeah, pussy.
Pussy. You see it all the time back in the day. TV version says pudding.
Oh, it does. Oh, interesting.
I haven't seen that in a while, but
when Kenny goes to jail and there's the close-up on his face and all he has to say is, my weed is wearing off.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
That
is
is hilarious.
Oh, that is hilarious. And you already said it. All we got to do is raise 10% of $1 million, yo, which by my calculations is fucking
impossible, man.
After the second visitation to Kenny, when Brian says, have fun, man. When Scarface gives Mary when Mary Jane gives Scarface and Brian and Thurgood a ride, and Thurgood is wants to take Mary Jane on a date and offers to take her out to ice cream.
Yeah.
And Brian and Scarface wake up and Scarface goes, motherfucker said ice cream, yo. And they just laugh.
I like ice cream.
And of course, marijuana affects the memory.
Yeah.
That's an iconic one for sure.
$70 for a used Kenny Loggins record? No, I'll give you $5.
Hilarious.
No, he autographed it himself. All right, I'll give you $4.
Hilarious.
Stop it, Jan.
Hilarious.
Not gonna do what everybody thinks I'm gonna do and flip out, man.
Jerry Maguire.
All I gotta say is, who's coming with me? They all look at him like he's fucking crazy until Jan's like, I'll go.
Oh, that brings me to another one. When he asks her out, and she goes, I'm a big dyke.
I'm a big dyke.
And then Brian immediately follows that up with, what's that like? What's that like? I do think it's hilarious when the first time Kenny gets saved by the Squirrel Master, and Nasty Nate goes, next time I'm going to come for you, and I want some cocktail fruit. Like, oh, Jesus.
That is hilarious.
I'm somebody's bitch. That's very funny from
Yep.
Kenny. That's very funny. 4 years just for weed? Damn. Swear on this banana split that you don't do marijuana. And then Thurgood goes, what?
What?
Because you don't say it like that.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. Thurgood's response is amazing. When Scarface quits his job, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, you're cool.
Fuck you, I'm out.
Throws what does he throw? A hamburger at that one dude?
Yeah, yeah.
Right in the
Straight in the face.
Doctor said I need a backiotomy. Iconic.
Obviously.
Hilarious. You two smoke entirely too much reefer.
Yeah.
Hilarious. If I wasn't Jamaican, why would I wear this hat? Hilarious.
Obviously.
When Brian falls out of the sky, my nads, as he's laughing.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I love weed, but not as much as I love pussy.
Yeah.
The end. That's how the movie ends,
Yep.
is on that line. That's how that movie
I love when
ends.
she says, my dad was a drug dealer. That must have been the shit. No, it ruined his life. That must have been shitty.
This is like, for me, Dave Chappelle. I still like Dave Chappelle. For me, his comedy is become a bit too political, and nothing against his comedy. A lot of people love that highly politicized comedy, but when I'm going to a comedy show, I want it to be a little bit lighter and a little bit less serious because I'm using this as an escape.
Right.
But comedians over the history, look at George Carlin, for example, interject politics into their comedy because they're trying to send a message of their own, and I can't fault Dave Chappelle for that at all. I just prefer this Dave Chappelle over the new Dave Chappelle. For me, this wacky, goofy, just going for the bit.
Yep.
just going for the laugh, is my favorite Dave Chappelle.
Definitely.
I still find his new stand-up hilarious, but I prefer a non-politicized one. That's for sure. So, Trav, what did you think of this movie?
Top notch.
Top notch.
S tier, God tier.
Yeah.
This is, I mean, I've seen it probably more than almost anything we've done, I feel like, but I was almost more nervous to do this one than a lot of them because it's got to be funny.
Yeah.
But how can you make it as funny as the actual movie itself?
good
But talk
point.
about perfect runtime for a comedy movie.
Yes.
Hour and 20 minutes.
Doesn't
and
get
you're
much
done.
better. Yeah.
It's amazing.
And it's
I
not
watched
even
it back
that
to
long.
back a couple times. It's so good.
It is very, very
It's so
good.
funny. It still holds up. It's hilarious. I don't know.
Yeah.
Can't say much else about it.
Like I, mirror what you say there. It's a great movie. It's a very funny comedy. And for me, this like reintroduced the idea of a pot movie actually being funny.
Yeah.
Because before this movie, my experience with pot movies were like Cheech and Chong movies.
Right. Yeah.
I did not grow up in the 70s.
No.
Their
no.
comedy is not that funny to me.
Agreed.
Their movies are very boring.
Yeah. There's like funny parts.
There's funny parts.
But it's not from beginning to end.
No.
The whole damn thing is funny, like
Exactly.
Half Baked.
This movie opened the door for the likes of Pineapple Express.
Yeah.
You know? Without this movie, I don't think you get a Pineapple Express.
Nope. Which is that's the top of the list for
Yeah,
me. Pineapple Express is number one. But Half Baked is pretty damn close
Yeah.
for a movie that came out in 98.
Right.
Like,
right.
And like you said, is a kid-friendly
right.
pop
yes,
movie,
yes,
you know?
Yes. I mean, it is still rated R. I mean, it's got to be rated R. I don't
Oh,
know
yeah,
why
yeah.
it's still rated R. It's not really a good movie, but it's interesting that that's what Chappelle thinks of it because it is not a children's
Yeah,
movie.
it blows my mind that he was part of writing this movie, but
Yep.
he doesn't like it. But
Yeah.
I mean, I get the reasoning if he had a bunch more ideas of what it could be,
Right.
and didn't wind up being that. But damn, I think it's hilarious.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's absolutely hilarious as well. Anything else about Half Baked that you want to go over, Trav?
I do have a cool, funny story that I bought this at Toontown,
'Kay.
which is for people that are not from Mankato, Minnesota. It's basically a used and new physical media store.
Yep.
It's music mostly, which is basically where Brian works in the movie.
Yep.
Is Toontown. When I went to buy the movie, the guy and I were talking about Half Baked, and he said that when Jim Brewer was in town, because he was in Mankato for a stand-up a few years back.
Yeah, I remember that. I did not go.
They had a used Kenny Loggins record at Toontown, and it was for $4. So he bought it, and he got Jim Brewer to sign it. But he said Jim Brewer had no idea why he was signing it.
Really?
I'm like, what? That
Weird.
seems crazy. So he must have done a lot of things or just smoked a lot of pot since Half Baked because he didn't
Yeah.
even understand why he was signing it.
That's
And
interesting.
he had to like explain it to him. He said, "But what are the odds of that? He comes here and you have a used Kenny Loggins record for $4,
That's
but
hilarious.
he didn't know."
How is that possible? That kind of blows my mind.
It blows my mind too. But the more and more time goes on, I see so many actors that don't ever watch their own stuff.
Yeah?
That seems crazy to me.
I'd
but
find it hard to watch myself on screen if I was an
that's
actor.
true.
I
That
would.
is true. I would find it not hard to watch you, but yes, myself. I do agree that it's easy to say when you think this person is hilarious and
Yeah.
can do no wrong,
Yeah.
but in their head, it's not the same. So
Exactly. All right, Trav, with all of that out of the way, would you like to talk about our homework assignment?
we probably should.
It's a hard left turn.
We're going big smash cut.
It's called Enemy Mine from 1985, and this is a science fiction alien story. Nothing to do with marijuana.
Nope,
Not one bit.
not one bit. No
one
Mary
bit.
Jane references.
Nope, not at all. Directed by Wolfgang Peterson, screenplay by Edward Kamara, based on Enemy Mine by Barry B. Longyear. That's Barry B. Longyear. Produced by Stephen Friedman and Stanley O'Toole, starring Dennis Quaid as Will Davidge, called Da Witch by Jaraba, Lou Gossett Jr. as Jaraba Shigan, called Jerry by Dave Ridge. There you go.
Eh?
It's an alien and a man that
Yeah.
are living together. Cinematography by Tony Lim, edited by Johannes Nickel, music by Maurice Gerald, produced by Kings Road Productions, distributed by 20th Century Fox, released December 20th, 1985, budget of $29 million, a box office of $12.3 million. So it's a stinker. 37.1 million in 2026. This is a movie that was introduced to me by my father. He was a fan of it, so I have watched it a few times.
Nice.
Not like 100 times, probably 2 or 3 times, but it's an interesting movie. A human and an alien get stranded on an alien planet together, and they have to rely on each other to survive.
All right.
There's a very, very weird scene in it, and I'm not going to spoil it.
All right.
It's very, very weird.
I'm ready for it.
It's weird.
Maybe I'm not ready for it.
We just talk about this as being a hard left turn. That movie takes a hard left turn. It's going to be interesting. I'm not going to spoil it for anybody. I can't wait for you to see it. All right. With all of that out of the way, Trav, hit me with that outro.
Drew. So I just put that in there so you can know where we're at in this in case you want to cut this. So we don't have emails.
Yes.
But I was going to talk about my first time getting high.
Let's do it.
Do you want me to ask if you got high your first time?
Let's do it.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, let's get into them emails, which we have none.
No emails.
So no emails. So let's talk about, in the beginning of the movie they say everybody says they don't always get high the first time they smoke. Well, I, like them, got super fucking high the first time I smoked. To be fair, I was not a child. It was not before 9th grade year.
No.
It was actually after high school,
Oh,
contrary to popular belief for people I went to high school with that apparently thought I was a stoner because I hung out with some of the stoners, but I was not. So it was after I graduated high school, and my friends have been trying to get me to do it for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And my buddy, who I one time saw in a sad moment of his life, pack a bong, light it, and finish the entire bong in one rip, like yellow-brown smoke, and move on with his life somehow. He filled that was after this moment, but for my first time smoking, not knowing much about it, they were smoking a bong. He filled it, so he did the lighting and the filling of the stem of the bong for me. And before he handed it to me, I asked the group there, is this even going to get me high? And apparently it took everything in them for them not to laugh, but they all kept calm and said, I don't know. So I cleared that yellow smoke a bong, and I was just dying at the kitchen sink for 10 minutes, like coughing my fucking lungs out, thought I was going to die. And then after that, I drove from the town we were at to about 15 miles away, and I didn't think anything of the drive. I felt like I was going in slow-mo the whole time, like nothing of it. And apparently when we got to our destination, everyone said, holy fucking shit, dude. You were driving so fast the entire time. Apparently I was driving like 30 over the speed limit the whole time, and they were all afraid for their lives. So I got super duper high. I got tore up, just like he says in the movie that first time I smoked. Did you get high the first time you smoked?
No, I did not. But I think that was more based on what we smoked. Contrary to you, I smoked weed in high school.
Okay.
The first time I got high, I was probably 15.
All right.
Well, first time I smoked was probably 15. And my friend, Luke, found his dad's stash. His dad's stash had probably been hiding in the basement for about 20 years.
Oh, my God.
Okay, so the stuff was very, very brown.
Yeah.
He rolled a joint out of notebook paper,
Ooh.
and we went out into the middle of the country and smoked it.
Ooh.
He said he was high. I was not high.
Definitely not.
I did not smoke with Luke ever again.
Yes, I do not blame you. So he had swag 20 years ago, and then that collected dust for 20 years. Yikes.
If it was
and
even
notebook paper?
Notebook paper.
Yikes.
I mean, you're 15. What are you going to do?
You're 15.
He was 16 because he was a kid that was a year older, got held back a year. So
Okay.
he was able to drive. That's why we went out into the middle of the country. The first time I actually got high was with some other friends, and we went on a cruise. Don't go on a cruise, kids. It's not good. But this was before stuff was legal.
Yeah,
so
right.
people went on cruises. And it happened to be very early fall. It was a very cold night. The leaves were still on the tree, but they had turned brown, and we were on a cruise. We smoked, and it started to snow. This time, I got very, very, very high. And I had a really hard time feeling like I was in the car. Because the way we were driving was directly into the snow. So, you get that effect at night with the flakes coming straight at you.
It's like the screensaver on the computer.
Yes, I felt the car was dark because it was nighttime. I felt like I was literally flying through space. I was in the back seat in the middle. Like the whole world melted away from me.
Yep.
And I just felt like I was soaring through space. Then I went home. Made about 25 pizza rolls. My mom came out of the bedroom because it was 11:30 at night. This time I was probably 17. I was probably 17 this time. And she's like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "I'm really hungry." And she patted me on the back and said, "Go to bed." Then she went back to bed. I ate my 25 pizza rolls.
Well, yeah.
But I ate them after they came out of the oven, directly on top of the oven, and just tried to start eating them immediately, which is a bad choice.
Very bad choice.
The first one, I distinctly will remember this forever. The first one kind of exploded and ended up on my face, and it burned so badly.
Yeah.
So badly. But then I fought through it and ate some more of those pizza rolls.
Nice.
And then went to bed.
Nice.
So that was my first and second time smoking the marijuana.
I love it. Because, I felt that same way, but I was driving.
Yes.
But, I felt like there's nothing too crazy here, but I'm a little out of my element. But, it was nuts, so.
Notebook, paper, joint.
Notebook, paper, joint.
Don't do that, kids.
Yellow bong rip. Don't do that either.
Don't do
I
it.
mean, unless you want to make sure you get high on that first time, then I highly suggest that. No pun intended with that. But if that changes anyone's opinion on us, I do apologize. But this is me. That is what it is. And you know what? You can kill your liver and your organs drinking every day, and it's no different than what this is.
No,
So,
it really isn't.
sorry, it's legal now.
It is legal now.
That is our 420 episode. And if you want to email us, make sure you do. It's at podcast@overduehomework.com. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Overdue Homework Podcast. The YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe, leave a lot of likes, comments at Overdue Homework Podcast. And as always, make sure you tune in to the next exciting episode of the Overdue Homework Podcast.